Welcome back to the Ancova Entrepreneur Podcast. At Ancova, we always bring you founders from completely different industries: finance, real estate, global structuring, wealth protection. But today, we are entering a very different arena. Today's guest is someone who went from professional MMA fighter to building one of the most talked about training communities in Dubai, and then expanded into business advisory and relocation services through TK Business. He's hosted fight nights, trained elite performers, built a strong voice around discipline and safety in Dubai, and he's not afraid to speak his mind about what's happening in the West. Tam Khan, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure being here.
So, I've seen so many videos of your gym, and it's always full of celebrities. Is this something that you kind of like always wanted, or is it just happened?
I think it was just luck. I think, alhamdulillah, because of the layout, the outdoor area, it's like reminiscent of Los Angeles, Venice Beach, Muscle Beach, this thing. And it's very Instagrammable. So everything's, social media, everything is about catching the attention. So people come, they want to take pictures outside, work out, feel that Dubai vibe, I think people are bored of indoors, air conditioning. A lot of people here are expats, a majority. So they come from Europe and the coldness. So when they come here, they see the sun shining. They think, it's a good vibe. And it's just got that domino effect where a lot of UFC fighters and athletes and social media personalities have come. And from there, it's just caught on. So everyone wants to come in. It's like you have 3 spots to come to: Five Palm, TK, and Dubai Mall. So yeah, it's become an Instagram spot, unfortunately and fortunately.
Did you know them before, or they just came and that's...
Yeah, many I know because as you can see from my wrinkles, I'm an old man now. So I've been around for a long time. So I have a lot of networking, and I used to be a professional athlete. So I have a lot of people in that sport I know. Before it became a popular sport, we all knew each other. And a lot of influencer friends. So from there, people see these guys who are friends of mine, and some I don't know, some I do. And it's my network as well. So we'll know of each other. So it helps, like everyone has their networking. If you're in banking, you'll know people in finance, doctors in the NHS, whatever they have, surgeon friends, nurses. And in sport and influencers and social media, I have that kind of network. So it works well.
And like, just going back on what you also said, that previously, obviously, you were a professional fighter. So how did you go from professional fighting into opening your own gym, actually?
Because, I used to fight, but when I was doing it, it wasn't a huge sport like the UFC. It wasn't as huge as it is, and MMA wasn't so known, and social media wasn't as prominent. It was just, I think at that time you had YouTube and MySpace, so it wasn't a big thing. I think Facebook just started, so it wasn't for money, it was just more for passion and fun. And then obviously you have a time where you can't fight all forever. And when I was fighting in the UK, you weren't as blessed to have the gyms now like you have now. The training wasn't as good. Like everyone had to fly to Brazil or US, and if you weren't sponsored, didn't have the money, you couldn't. And everyone has a full-time job. So it was like not the opportunities like now. So everything has a sell-by date. So I knew that that's not going to last forever, and it's nothing which funds your life to live. So it was more of a passion fighting. It wasn't for like a livelihood. I did other jobs. I was in other industries and, as we say, hustled everywhere you can to make money. But that was more of a passion.
Yeah.
It was a passion of mine to watch.
And well, now it grew into this very famous gym.
I swear, you're Brazilian, part Brazilian. So because of, it originated from Brazil, Vale Tudo, which means anything goes in Portuguese. And the Gracie family, I remember I read a magazine, these brothers who do Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Brazilian. It's called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now, but it was called Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. And I was like, wow, what is this? To the point where I'm like best friends with Royce Gracie. He's one of my friends. And when I moved here, he was one of the first guys I brought here to do a seminar and introduce the sport to the region. So crazy to be one day watching it on TV, to be friends with the pioneers. And the rest is history,
My uncle is actually a very close friend with their family as well. He's also into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My dad is actually a capoeira master.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know capoeira, yeah. A good fact, not a lot of people know, I hired a capoeira instructor, one of the first in Dubai here, and Sheikh Hamdan, the Crown Prince, he came to my gym to train. He loved the coach, and he took him. But obviously, I'm not going to say no. I'd love to. It was a blessing for me to be able to give one of my coaches to the Sheikh. Yeah. So they started teaching in Skydive Dubai. So there's a story no one knows. And Hamdan used to come to my gym, my first gym, Contender MMA, yeah.
Wow.
And he loved capoeira. He actually came in the gym so humble with a backpack, trained, did the classes and left.
No way. Wow. That's something which I think is so impressive about the royal family here in Dubai. They're so humble.
Yeah, humble. And I mean, it's not like Europe. You're half Brazilian German, I think. What's her name? The German chancellor. What was her name? Merkel. If she walks on the street, someone will try and stab her. Sheikh Mohammed can walk anywhere, His Highness, and people shake hands and see him, no security, because he's loved, because of the utopia they've made. It's a place where everyone's happy, you know? Especially the indigenous, the locals, as you call Emiratis, you know, their own people they look after. That's so important, I think, in every country. You go to UK, if the Prime Minister walks, people will throw an egg or try and kill him because the people are not happy. He doesn't look after his own. And I think every country is vital to look after your own people first. The people who are the bread and butter of your nation. And when they're happy, everyone's gonna be happy. And it's a blessing to be here, you know. I personally very good friends with the deputy ruler, one of his sons and Hamdan's brother. I've known him nearly 20 years, and personally, people say, "Oh, you're sucking up." I'm not. I can personally say how humble, how nice they are, and how giving, how they know every little detail about the country, what every industry is doing, private to public, to every aspect, and they take a magnifying glass and watch and try and improve every service for a country which is so new. It's mind-boggling, and I think that's why everyone who moves here and has a business does so well, because it rubs off on us all, you know.
Yeah, I saw one of your podcasts where you actually mentioned this, that the ruler here looks after their citizens first before the others, which is something which we cannot really say about, well, Western society, where it's all about, let's fund another country before actually taking care of our own citizen. So here, I think every citizen gets land.
Yeah, they'll get land, their weddings paid for, funerals paid for, they get a big discount in Diwa, things like this, especially if they marry their own. And I think this is great. This is a great initiative every country should do. I mean, imagine in the UK or in Europe, veterans who fought in world wars and done this, and they're not even looked after, treated like rubbish. Yeah. So, you know, obviously the people get frustrated in immigration and they'll blame others when it's the government who are not looking after them. Well, here, you meet any Emirati, look how happy they are. And it's like Switzerland, you know? They're very neutral. They don't get involved in politics. They're just like, look, white flag, everyone be nice. Everyone respect the laws of the land. Everyone practice any religion you want. Be nice to everyone. And it's literally a utopia. I've traveled the world, alhamdulillah. I've been blessed to be everywhere. I've seen a lot of things and know a lot of people, and there's no place like the UAE, especially Dubai. You cannot even compare anywhere and come close. I mean, I traveled around some of the greatest cities and spent as much as I can, you know, to take my family, and the service here is flawless. And when you don't realize until you go to other 5-star hotels or other countries, you think, whether it's Beverly Hills or London, you're like, man, it's like a 2-star in Dubai. The service is just immaculate. And that is testimony to the leadership. And every level here, everyone's just working hard, everyone's happy, and it's a great place to be, in my opinion, you know?
I mean, every time I'm here, after, let's say, a couple of months, I feel like I'm getting a bit tired. And then I travel, and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to go back home, you know? And that's something which people don't really realize when they're here for too long, I feel. So I don't know if it happened to you as well.
Yeah, I think it's like anywhere. I mean, look, you need a break from anywhere, whether you live in a palace or this and that. You need a place to be, and you always want to be having a little change, you know? Obviously, I love the summers here. Everyone's like, I need to leave. I love the heat. Yeah. My wife doesn't, but yeah, everyone gets that. You want to travel, but as soon as you travel, a few days out, as soon as you land in that Dubai airport, Terminal 3, you just want to kiss the floor. From the moment you land, those doors open, 25 minutes, you've got your luggage and you're in the car, taxi home. It's unbelievable. Clean, you've got people helping with work. Land in Gatwick and Heathrow and have a look. It's a zoo. I went to Charles de Gaulle in Paris. Oh my God, I wanted to... 3 hours, we're in a queue, kids screaming, and I'm with the kids and they're getting hot, and the AC wasn't on. It was just... I couldn't believe it. Paris, like one of the greatest cities on earth, and it was like a third world airport. We're being spoiled here, even all around the GCC. Look at Riyadh, how beautiful Jeddah, Qatar, Doha. So I think, I remember MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, the Saudi crown prince, said once, the Gulf is the new Europe and the new West, and it is. In my opinion, it is. It's just flawless, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better.
And now talking about the region becoming the new, let's say, Europe. How do you feel about Dubai becoming more, let's say, westernized? I mean, imagine that when you came here in 2008, it was completely different. Now, I've been here since 4.5 years. And even during that brief period of time, during, for example, Ramadan, back then, there was not much happening. Nowadays, during Ramadan, pretty much everything is open. So how do you feel about that?
Look, you're going to get, if you mean by westernized, you mean degenerate. You're going to get that everywhere. But look, it's always had that. It's always had that aspect of, if you want to have your little fun, there's areas to go, whatever, do what you want. But you live how you want to live. Like, for example, I'm a Muslim, I pray, I practice, I don't club, I've never been into that thing, I've never drunk, I've never done drunk. So I'm into my certain lifestyle, my certain circle. If you want that fun, if you want to go to these kind of places, you can have that fun. But I think it's catering for every demographic. The place is booming. It's got, the population is nearly 10 million soon. So you have to cater for everyone. You have to attract this tourism in these industries, you need to have them live a certain lifestyle they want to live, as long as you respect the laws of land. That's the main thing. Like, if as a Muslim, if I'm in the UK, I practice freely, I can pray on the street, but respect the laws of land. I'm not going to put a black flag and go Sharia law. It's an English country, respect the laws and adhere to them, as well as non-Muslims or non-Arabs come in here. Respect the laws of land, live how you want, but that's what it's about, respect the laws of land. That stems from our religion, how our Prophet, peace be upon him, told us, you live by the laws of the land, you respect the rulers, and that's it. So each to their own, do what you want, as long as you respect the rules, respect the laws of the land, and that's it. So I think it's westernized in a way, but at the same time, it's still traditional, it's still got its great culture, and it depends on what you like as your interest. So I think you can live how you enjoy. Everyone's got their kind of like vice. Yeah. So, you know?
That's what I also always tell when people ask me about Dubai, and some have this big misconception, oh, it's this Muslim countries where women are not being respected. I'm like, please come here, see for yourself, make your own opinion, and then you can say something, not just like based on, the newspaper wrote that Muslims are not respectful towards women. I disagree with that.
Of course, I mean, I think in Muslim countries, women are respected higher than the West. In the West, when you have a woman wearing hot pants and stripping on a pole, is that respect, or is that making her look lower class? It's like an old story where if you have two sweets, one's unwrapped, one's wrapped, which one you're going to eat? The wrapped one. It's looked after more. Like the women, the women here are more empowered, in my opinion. And you see in high positions and how they're doing. And like I said, I've been close to roles. I've seen sheikhas, and one's an Olympian. She's in the Olympics. Sport, how they push people of determination. Centers for autism, I think is amazing, and they're leading the way. And you'll get people having these things, but it's jealousy because they see that the way it's booming. And of course, some women want to cover and wear the hijab. That's their choice, and if they do that, that's up to them. They feel that empowering. So when these Westerners say that, I'm like, what's the difference of a woman wanting to wear a bikini in the street and a woman covering? It's their choice. If you're about feminism, their choice. My body, my choice. No, so why you got a problem with it? You know.
And just going back to when you actually came to Dubai, can you tell us a little bit more? Because I've watched many podcasts about you, but there is...
Yeah, I mean, so I came on holiday 2005 first time.
Yeah.
I just fell in love. I was like, what is this place? It's like, wow, it's so nice. And there's more. Then I came again 2006. And then I went back home, and I was working in a mobile phone shop and job, and as part-time bouncer and security, like doorman, in a club. But it's not like the clubs here. The clubs there are violent. And I just sat there once, and I was having lunch in this like supermarket, kind of like a big place. It's like their version of Lulu here in Carrefour. And I'm having a sandwich, and I'm just watching. It's like 4 p.m, dark, grey. Everyone's just ugly. And I'm just looking, and I'm thinking, man, this is depressing. Everyone was old. It was like Cocoon, a movie. And I sat there and go, what the F am I doing here? Like, you know, not married, no kids. And I just came from Dubai on holiday. I'm like, listen, I need to go there, take a risk. And, you know, I had a few ideas. Let me bring, I don't know, MMA there. Because when I went on holiday, I couldn't find anything to do with MMA, mixed martial arts. I'd go on Google, and there was a boxing place or this and that, but nothing for just full MMA. So I said, you know what, I've got no responsibilities. Let me give it a go for a few weeks. Got a flight. Few weeks turned into 18 years. So alhamdulillah. Like you say, it's like Pringles. You know, when you open Pringles, you can't, once you have one, you can't stop. It's like Dubai. Once you open that cap and you land, you cannot leave.
Yeah.
It just sucks you in. And I just, being a Muslim as well, mattered a lot to me too. It's like like you say, a westernized Muslim country. So being raised in the UK, I'm still westernized. I'm used to that kind of Hollywood culture, TV, arts, sport. So you've got the best of that. Been a Muslim world with safety, with Islam, with great weather. What more do you want? You know, for me, it's amazing. And people online, oh, you always talk about UAE, you're paid by them, you're this, you're that. I wish I was paid by them to give me a job in tourism. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling people, if a monkey like me can come here and do things, anyone can. Like, you know, anyone can. But again, it's taking the risk and trying, but it's great. I love the place, and it's in the center of the world. You can go to America, you can go to Australia, you can go to Thailand, UK, Europe, 6 hours flight. So it's no, in my opinion, it's just a logical thing to do. In my opinion,
yeah. And was it easy back then opening a business? Like,
no, in those days it wasn't. Before TK Business was started, you'd had to run to government buildings. Everything's just modernizing now. Yeah. And if you couldn't speak, and it was like a crazy Wild West, these government buildings, and you're queuing up, then you forgot one bit of paper, then you have to come back the next day, then you have to wait. And it was like that. But it wasn't that easy. Like again, social media has enabled everything, like with the introduction of social media now, and everything's apps, like you've got the UAE pass. You didn't have those then. Yeah. So it was kind of tough. Then you go to do your medical, and when you went to medical, everyone's coughing on you, and you're like, oh, what happens if I've got the flu? Do I get banned? You didn't even know anything, you know? But now it's so many companies have opened, and you got free zone this and that. But in those days, it wasn't easy, but it was a fun. You'd go on visa runs to Oman and drive back and come back. I didn't get a visa for probably 4 years. Literally, yeah, it was like that, visa runs. You didn't know how to do anything. So now it's, alhamdulillah, it's such a system where everything is so easy from the click of a button on a phone. But in those days, it was new, you understand? And the recession just hit when I moved. So it was a ghost town at one point. Everyone left. You had Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys parked at airport in sand and dust, and everyone just ran away because they just lost their job. So I came at the worst point. I remember walking in JBR. It was a ghost town. There was no lights on in the apartments. So it's been amazing, and ups and downs, but that's like life, you know.
Now you have the gym, TK MMA, and TK Business.
Yeah, TK Business. I have a few other little projects like a car detailing workshop. We have a media company, and we're about to launch supplements and a few things in e-commerce and like merchandise. But yeah, everything stems around like the TK brand of the gym. It's funny how MMA gym, the networking you make from just sport can take you anywhere, you know? It's crazy. And it's just funny. Like there's one place where you can meet a senator, a politician, a royal, a celebrity, or whatever, a murderer, a gangster is in the gym. It's just one place, go to the gym. And you just network, and it's just from there, everything's just stemmed out. So, but I've been blessed, alhamdulillah. I think as a Muslim, it's like, it's from God. Everything's like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's not, it's not. I truly believe. People say hard work. It's not hard work. I don't work harder than a labor worker or a deliverer, but they're not doing as well financially. So it's just luck, in my opinion. So I've been blessed where I was meant to be there at that time. So so take advantage. Tomorrow's never promised. I could drop dead now in this podcast. So enjoy the ride while it's here, you know?
And I seen also Hamad is often at your gym.
Yeah, Hamza Chimaev, yeah. He's a UFC champ now. He's been here for many years and many camps in the gym. Very good, close brother of mine. For me, the best fighter in the world. He's a beast, and he's just currently in LA now training. He has a fight coming up, and Hamza, we've had Khabib come, we've had Bivol, Conor Ben, the biggest boxers, Lindsay Lohan, we've had influencers, Andrew Tate, people like this. So it's just all kinds of people coming in training, and they come themselves. We pay nobody. It's just they want to come. Anti-Joshua. So it's just great. But Hamza, he's like a close friend and brother of mine. So it's really great to see how finally the world can see his level and talent, how dominant he is, and unless he's sick or injured, no one's going to beat this guy. No one. I know you're from Brazil, but Pereira or no Pereira, smash, as he says.
Smash, yeah. And he also became UAE citizen, which is something which is almost impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, resident, you can become quite easily. You can open a company. But how do you become actually a citizen?
I think when you're that good, they want you to be part. He supports a sport. He's, like I said, he's been here many years. Many of his camps were homegrown, trained here. So you could say a UAE-based citizen or resident has become a UFC champion by training in the UAE. So like I said, the sheikhs and the rulers, they notice everything and they pay homage to that. And so it's really good to see that. And he represented the UAE with flag in his last fight, and it's amazing. He's still very proud of his Chechen heritage, as he should be. It's a warrior race and a nation and people. But he's based here, and they really appreciated all his work, and it's great. And I hope one day I can get that passport too, If anyone's watching, Ancova, hook it up.
I also wanted to ask you something, because now we've spoken about the ones who made it, the ones who became champion. But what about those who didn't make it? Because I was a semi-professional football player. And I had many friends who were very close to getting there, but didn't make it because of injuries, because maybe the talent was there, but the will wasn't. So they've struggled. They really struggled. So what happens with fighters who don't make it to the top?
I never made top. I wasn't that caliber. I'm not one of those guys who go, was the great. I wasn't. But everyone has their journey. So for me, I went more into the business. Others could go into personal training. Like, it's, as we say in Islam, Arabic, haq, whatever is meant for you is meant for you. And a lot of people in the West don't understand that, and they get stressed. I'm not making this money. I'm not the good girl I'm married. Like, I'm going to kill myself. Like, for me, alhamdulillah, I'm blessed. I don't care. Like, if I go broke tomorrow, broke. It's meant to be. If the gym shuts, it shuts. If I could be a billionaire tomorrow, I'm a billionaire. What is set for me is set. I just have to work and do what I can. Trust in God, but tie your camel, as the Prophet said, peace be upon him. You have to have that kind of belief. If otherwise, you're going to go crazy. It's all set. So I'm good like that. But if they don't make it, it's just like I said earlier. It's only that 1% will be that special, and unfortunately, won't. But you should always have a backup plan. If people are watching, if it's like in football, look into academies, look into making your own kind of system, merchandise, sports, supplements. Something from football, maybe design a pair of shorts. I don't know, merchandise, whatever. But don't always bet on that one thing, because it might not work. Yeah. So you have to always have a backup plan, And I really think, especially in athletes as well, because it's a cutthroat business, especially in football and boxing and combat. Mm-hmm. Football different, but especially in a combat, one loss can, change your game. It can change your life, physically, Mm-hmm. So. But this region's good now because they're investing a lot into soccer and football, especially in the Saudi leagues and UAE. So there's a lot of opportunities coming. So I think for those young aspiring footballers, they should look into this region, maybe to start, and then look into Europe or whatever.
How important do you think is it for kids nowadays to actually play sports?
It's very important, especially here, because there's a big problem with the young kids being raised by nannies, being fat, obese. Like, I used to have kids classes, we had a lot. And when you see the size of their kids and they're walking and their feet are going this way, they can't even do jumping jacks. When you see a Russian kid come, he's like this, 8-pack. I'm not lying. These kids from Dagestan, Chechnya, they're 8 and 10 years old. They're beasts. They're doing pull-ups, muscle-ups. I've never seen like specimens like them. That's why why Hamza's good. Their dads shout at them. They're so strict. And I told my wife, look, we have to go to the Russian school of training. Like, kids who are gymnasts, they're just like this. If you go to America in the schools, college level schools, they have stadiums. Have you seen college football, how they are? So the UAE have invested a lot into jiu-jitsu in the schools, which is an amazing incentive. Sheikh Hamdan has this Dubai Fitness Challenge and all this. So they put a lot of effort into this, and even our gym, and we do a free boot camp every Saturday for the community, for anyone to come. So incentives like this, and you've got a lot of healthy incentives. They're stopping sugar, I think, and sugary drinks in schools, mobile phones, makeup. So they're making a lot of strides to get in the next generation healthier and fitter. And the fitness industry here is massive. It's like LA in the 80s, I swear. So you can tell the government is pushing it. and it's a good thing because it was bad at one point. You mean, you know, Dubai, I love it too. The food here is banging. You can, from the touch of your button, Deliveroo, you can have a chocolate bar delivered at any time. Yeah. So it spoils you. And unfortunately, where you're blessed to get maids here, nannies, it also spoils kids as well. So you have to be, I think it's a parent's duty to be hands-on and put them in sport. Not force them to a point, but make them enjoy it. Kick a football, go to parks. There's so many gyms and academies here now. You've got every kind of football academy, and sport's important for discipline, in my opinion, too. But it all starts from the home. If the parents are not interested, it doesn't matter what, you know. It's all starts from home. So that's the most important thing. And with me, I was blessed where my mother put me into sport and pushed me to do everything. To get up, be a man, don't be scared. Like go fight. So if it wasn't for her, I won't be here. So it's the parents who really have that rub off on you.
And as a parent also, I mean, if you grow up in, let's say, the UK, you are more aware of your surroundings, while here, as let's say, the kids are probably like in this bubble. Nothing happens, you know. No one is going to assault you. No one is going to, nothing is going to happen to you, basically. And then they grow up, they maybe go to Europe or they go to South America for holidays, and they're just completely unaware of all the things that could happen. How do you see about that? Because I have friends who have kids and they don't know if they want to come here just because it's almost too safe. And they don't know how the kids will then eventually grow up if too soft.
Look, I mean, that tells you how crap the West is, where you have to train your kids to be alert. I don't want my kids to think I'm scared, like I have to watch no. What kind of world do you have to live in where it's like New York in the 70s where you have to think, oh, someone's looking at me. I think it's good to be in a place where it's not like that. And I've got a daughter, so, you know, I don't want to think that there's bad things out there because it will make them insecure. Yeah, if you've got sons, teach them how to fight. But at the end of the day, if you're in London and someone pulls a machete out for your watch, you can be as alert as you want. Mm-hmm. You know, it doesn't do shit. Like, if the place has got that bad, I was raised there my whole life in the 90s. You could leave your bike on the street, run around. It was great. It's got to a point where I don't want my kids to have that fear where hold this, hold that. No, that shows how shit that society's become. So in my opinion, you shouldn't have to give kids that insecurity or teach them that negativity at an early age. Oh, guys, if you go Europe, hold this. No, that means like, man, why would you want to go there? For me, I'd rather be in a place, it's a utopia. You don't want to have your kid, when these people who want their kids to be raised in these countries where they could be killed any moment in the fight on the street or jumped for a phone. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would never raise my kid in that place. For me, it's just pathetic. Brazil, I have many friends who go there in the beach. You wear a chain, they snatch it from you on the Rio. So, you know.
I was there for a month.
Yeah. So, what you want that, or you want to be in a place where Dubai, I can leave my phone, money there. It's a no-brainer where you want to raise your kids. Yeah, be alert, be a bit more streetwise, but end of the day, someone's going to mug you or shoot you or stab you. They're going to do whatever. Yeah. You could be Bruce, I'm hard, Muhammad Ali. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't care. You know, Pablo Escobar by El Chapo, they will put a bullet in your head or a knife to you. These kids don't care. They'll come in a scooter with a balaclava. I've personally been robbed gunpoint in Beverly Hills. So I'm telling you now, it doesn't matter where you go, which hotel, when they want to do something, they'll do it.
I actually like to know more about the story in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I can't go too details legally because of where it happened, but I was in a very famous hotel, and the hotel's amazing. The staff is, I think I was being watched. I thought Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, safest place on earth. Sitting there having lunch with my family in one of the most prestigious hotels and restaurants, daytime, and I see these two dodgy characters. By the time I realized, I was saying to my wife, let's go inside. They've pulled out a gun. Both of them, bam, like this, clocked it to me to take my... They were speaking South American, Hispanic, so I stood up, took my watch, give it to one. One grabbed it, but they got me when I was weak with my daughters, you know, so I was fuming, and unfortunately, they did that in front of them. But alhamdulillah, the police were amazing. Homeland Security got involved. They're in a case now. They grabbed them, arrested them, and a few days later, they recovered the watch as well. It's amazing work. Like, I can't thank them enough for their assistance. But yeah, in another time and world, the revenge would have been taken place. But you've got kids. But again, it's a scary place out there, you know? Yeah. And I think they were watching me for a few days. That's why social media is good and it's also dangerous.
Yeah.
And maybe Dubai did make me soft, and my guard was down a few days. What can I do?
Well, I mean, I guess that's the good and the bad when it's too safe almost.
It is, but again, I'd rather live in Dubai, have a nice steak and lunch, and not have the worry of guys with guns. You would never see that here.
Yeah. And
God forbid if you did, you'd see the police have them in 30 seconds. And I'm sure they'll never do it again, trust me, after that. So, that's the world we live in. That's why I think this is the greatest country on earth and the greatest city on the planet to live. Because you work so hard, you make that money, you have a family. You don't want to live in a place where your Range Rover will be stolen off your driveway or your kids be robbed for a mobile phone or you stabbed over a phone or a watch. What kind of place is this? So that's why it's a no-brainer. Dubai is the place to be. Yeah. Like it or not, you're living in a utopia where when you work so hard, you can live hard rather than work so hard and hide, have security, bodyguards, CCTV, lock your doors, lock this. Nah, that's not life.
Yeah. It's not just even the security aspect. I mean, like in the UK, they're also now trying to set up the digital ID. That's another topic.
You can set up what you want. It's too late. It's finished. The only way to save the UK is to bring Sheikh Mohammed as the ruler or bring Saddam Hussein back from the dead. Trust me, there's no way. You need an iron fist. If you don't do that, or Vladimir Putin, it's finished. It's too late. The West is done. If you don't have that iron fist or that strong ruler respected, it's done. You can bring ID, AI, bloody whatever you want. You can bring whatever. It doesn't matter. No one cares. It's too late. It's finished. The police are scared of the people. The police in the UK, they don't have guns. You're going to have this little nerd with glasses going, put that down with a stick. The guy's going to slap him. They don't care. Here, do you see police?
Actually, no.
You don't see police. Yeah. Why? People just know. You can't even flip someone off here. Yeah. And by the time you're at the airport, they'll find you in a day. Yeah. So this is a system. And this is what I love about this place. So UK, the West is finished, man. Like, Russia's cool. Some countries like that, you still got strong leadership. I bet in North Korea they can't play around like that. But unfortunately, most of these countries like this whole liberalism, let's run around, let's be free. Yeah, let's be free. Like, in LA, there was a point in California where you could steal up to $1,000 and not get arrested. It's true. Go check it out. I think now they changed it up to $1,000, you won't be arrested. People running in shops just taking things, and the poor shopkeepers couldn't do anything.
Is this not also in the UK?
No, UK, no. I don't think it's that, but UK, there's no police. Like, I mean, they just walk around in bikes in a shop, push people up. No one cares. Like, it's messed up, man. And I feel bad for the people who pay taxes. What are they paying taxes for? You're paying taxes for what? You're getting nothing in return. The roads still have holes in them. NHS are understaffed. The poor people, they can't cope with the people. Influx of patients. What else? The gas prices have gone up. There's no security. There's no safety. I feel bad. They shouldn't even pay tax. They're not getting anything in return.
Yeah, I've been to the UK. I would say 2-3 times.
UK is amazing. London, probably the greatest city on earth historically. It's amazing, but there's trash there. There's violence. I think they've let too many people in. For example, look. I'm an immigrant from England, but when you, like the UAE, you come here, get a visa, you get a job. If you're not of no use, you can't stay. Yeah. If you're overstay, you can't be an illegal here. Every country should copy that kind of blueprint. You come to make it work, you do a job, you mess around, you're deported. Yeah. Period. Yeah. That every country should be the same. Or if you mess around, you're arrested if you're like indigenous people. So you should copy that blueprint. And if every country copied that blueprint, with the same kind of punishment laws, it will be just as safe. But they don't want to do that. They want to say, "Oh, nice. That's not nice. That's bad. You can't keep people in a jail." I mean, look, the jails in UK are like Hotel Ibis. You have PS5s. People are having sex with the wardens, the women, guards. You saw that, yeah?
Saw that. That's crazy.
Try do that here. Try it. See what happens. So, it's a joke. And they're going to regret it because it's unfortunate. Because I had the best upbringing in the UK. I loved it in the 90s. The World Cup, playing football on the street, leaving the bikes on the street, parks, the great culture, great everything. But it's gone down the pan. And why and who's to blame? government. You can't blame it. It all stems from the weak government.
Yeah.
You can't blame immigrants. You can't blame that because the government control everything. It's them.
It's top down.
When the government's strong, when the head of the family is good, the head of organization, head of the business, the head of the country, everything's going to be good. And if it's not, it's going to be weak. If the leader's weak, the place will be weak.
I wanted to go back to the fighting. There was this conversation you had on a recent podcast where you were talking about the fight of Logan Paul with Mike Tyson, and now we've had a couple of fights more. How do you feel about these influencer fights affecting the actual, I would say, professional fighters? Do you think it's something that benefits the professional fighters?
I think it does a lot. You mean Jake Paul? He's a very good guy as well in person, and he's done a great job. You got to understand, from a Disney Channel guy to fighting Mike Tyson, Anthony Joshua. He went, 6 rounds? Got his jaw broken. That takes balls and toughness. I'm telling you now, because I'm a friend of Anthony Joshua, and he's huge.
Yeah.
People think I'm big. He's like double my size with muscle. I don't want to know what size penis he has, but the guy's a beast, yeah? So these kind of guys, bro, you can't fight these guys, you know?
Yeah.
And, sorry about anyone who heard that. But, like these guys, they're making the sport to a new demographic, to the young kids, because streaming and YouTube is massive.
Yeah.
These streamers like I Show Speed and Aiden Ross and Neon, they're celebrities. Look at Andrew Tate, look how I have all these kind of athletes come. And when Andrew Tate comes, he gets mobbed. So this social media influx is massive, and these guys are bringing these new eyes to the sport. It's only benefiting. Yeah. People hate all this, that. They're getting in there and they're fighting and they're doing knockouts and they're tough. They're great athletes. So you've got to respect it. I think it's better for the sport. And look, people are winning elections from using streamers.
True.
You know, Trump won the elections from being on Joe Rogan and Aiden Ross and the Nelk Boys. So they see the benefit. They're smart. So it's only benefiting everyone else. It's the future. It's changed. And nowadays we had Michael Jackson, De Niro, Pacino. Now it's streaming. It's different. It's annoying sometimes because like in those days you didn't have social media. They were, for me, celebs, but the world's changing, it's evolving, so you've got to evolve with the times. I think there's no harm. They're doing good for the sport, and I respect them because I used to fight, and I know how hard it is, no joke. Yeah. When you stand man-on-man, one-on-one with a guy who's trained to kick your ass, it's not easy. Anyone can fight on the street because 90% people can't fight. So you can just do like a Bollywood, throw one, slap one. When you've got a guy who's trained months to kill you, that takes balls.
Yeah. I've seen Anthony Joshua myself here in Dubai a few times. I mean, I'm 6'2", but he's like this.
He's huge, big, and he's an amazing athlete himself. And for Jake Paul to take that fight and those punches, bro, trust me, it takes a lot of guts.
Yeah. Also, Tate had an influencer fight. Yeah. There was also like this rumor that he seemed more fit on the videos, and then during the fight.
Yeah, look, you know when you go to a fight, when you've got pressure, it's a thing called adrenaline dump. And for example, you walk out in a big crowd, the whole world wants to watch you. The adrenaline hits you, and when it hits you, it's happened to me, that's it. Doesn't matter what you do, it's like your battery's on 1%. Okay. And you can't move, it's weird, it's a weird feeling. Football is different, like it's a team, so when you go and you're locked one-on-one, and everyone, you're not scared of the opponent. It's the adrenaline. You're worrying about people watching you, or I can't let my parents down, or my family, or my wife, and this, that, and the pressure gets to you. So it's very hard. And again, it's been a long time out the ring, and the pressure of the whole world, love him or hate him, wanting to see him win or lose. It's a lot of pressure you put on your own back. So it's not easy. But again, what was meant to be was meant to be, you know. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. That's that's the game, unfortunately.
There's also been this recent scandal about him with the HH song, which I just wanted to ask you.
What's the HH song?
The Hitler song from Kanye West.
But what's the first H mean? I'm joking. I'm trying to make him say it on the video. He's getting nervous in German. HH. You meant Heil Hitler, yeah? Okay. Yeah, the song, yeah. What's the controversy?
I don't know if you saw it, but basically, long story short,
I'm joking. I'm just trying to tease you.
I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I don't know. I wasn't there. Like, there was a stream. Even Sneako, I know him very well, very nice guy. I know Sneako, I know Myron, a very cool guy too. Andrew and Tristan, brothers of mine. Sneako's a brother. Mine were actually all Muslim brothers as well. And I don't know. I don't watch streaming. When I post, I'm online, I'm off. I just see the clips. The song was played. Look, with that, I don't know what the situation is, but some people have a lot more pressure than others in their life, so they have to be a bit smarter. Like, I think Andrew and Tristan, because they have a lot of pending cases and a lot of the people who are in charge, they think that could hinder their case. But at the same time, I personally wouldn't have gone on certain podcasts and apologized myself. But I understand why people do it. I wouldn't have done it. And I wouldn't have, I would have just said, look, it is what it is. The song's on. Who cares? It's the song. It's nothing to do with me. Blame Kanye West. That's it. But I understand. At the same time, also, I understand why Sneako's upset, because I would be too. But again, it's just content. And I think they're going back and forth. And inshallah, I'm going to try my best to fix it, because they're all end of the day brothers. And Andrew's like, he gets a lot of sticking. People go, oh, I hang with him. He's a brother of mine. I know the real Andrew off the camera, and he's a really funny, good guy. And Sneako's a really good guy too. When Andrew and Tristan were in jail, Sneako, Myron, these guys were supporting them a lot. And a lot of people were scared too. So you can never forget that. When you were down, these guys helped them. They were out there on pause and defending them. So when everyone went against them, 90% were scared to even talk.
I remember.
A lot of these influencers are now jumping at Andrew, Tate, top G, but they were all silent. They were all silent when that happened. So it took a lot of guts to stand up for them, because no one knew what was going on. So these guys did. I remember Myron said to me, yo, I can sell some apartments if he needs money and help. So I remember that. He said that to me. So these guys, whatever you're, like a lot of things, I don't agree with a lot of those things. I don't. Everyone knows my stance. But I will never publicly go against anyone. Like people go, why did Tate do this? I'm not going to go publicly against a friend. I can call someone and speak to them on the private. I'm not a kid to sit there and do that. And the same with anyone. So no one's perfect. I've got to worry about my own family, my own self, being a better Muslim and being a good character. So let them worry about them. I'll just advise someone. If they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. It's, you know?
And the first time I've seen actually Andrew in a mosque was on a picture with you.
Yeah.
Were you the first one who actually introduced him to Islam?
No, I think he knew about Islam. He's raised in Luton. It's a town of very predominantly a lot of Muslims there, Asians. And his coach, who's his mentor, Amir, Bosnian, a good friend of mine, he's been around him too. He's been a big father figure to him. So he's Muslim too. And he was interested for a long time. We were talking, and he was always interested because of the way it's a system, the way it's no nonsense. It doesn't, with Islam, there's no, a little bit here and there. We're kind of straight. This is right, this is wrong. You don't like it, you don't like it. Tough cookie. That is it. That's the basic. You're not going to get a transgender imam, are you? We don't. Whether you want to believe now, that's your choice. But it's clear cut. Man, woman, rules. Quran, Sunnah, and he liked that. He likes that about that. Yeah, he's not perfect, and I think because of his situation and that, and being around him, and the people around him sometimes. But again, I know people who've been born Muslim their whole life around Muslim families and still sin. So I can't judge. Like, again, I don't agree with some of the things he says and does. I think there's a lot for clickbait. And but again, I'm not going to go publicly and go against him, because I'm not that person. If I've got a problem, I can call a message. I can speak directly. I don't want to, we shouldn't put our laundry in public and let others mock. We should go for the bigger picture and the real people who are doing evil and the real people who are doing bad, and just try and be their best examples ourselves, so people say, oh, I like Islam, or I like this culture because of that person, his character and how he is to everyone. So that's the main thing. I'm far from perfect myself. For me to judge someone, or what can I do? I'm not no scholar or imam, make mistakes. So each their own. But yeah, I think the world's fickle. The internet's very fickle. One day they love you, the next day they hate you. So you can't take it personally. I get hate 24/7. You're a Zionist. You're a Zionist. I had my name on bloody Israeli missiles, and I'm a Zionist now. Because you're UAE, this, that. So you've got some nerd sitting in his mum's basement masturbating, just talking shit online on a ghost account. You can't take it serious. If it's in your face, it's different. And it's not in your face. So you can't take these things too serious. You have to just do what you can do,
I wanted to ask you now, going back to you and the business, where do you see TKA MMA in 5 to 10 years?
I'm not sure where I see. I used to look like that, but I'm going to franchise out. I'm doing a franchise book as we speak to put some franchises, but I'm going to select carefully who I want to franchise it. I've been offered countless times, but I'm very picky with who and where. But just keep going to the point where, inshallah, like when I'm gone, my kids and family members have something, to do. But again, tomorrow, anything can happen. So whatever's meant to be will be. And also push TK business. See, you got with startups, everyone's coming to UAE now. And I think it's important when you come here to be with the best and who can help you and assist you. And that's what we do at TK business. I know people see online, but I found this company, 3,000 dirhams, they'll do this and make me a milkshake. But it's not as simple as that. The system's bad. When you try and open an account, they just open a basic business account, a basic company. That's it. Anyone can do that. The service we give, the VIP service of just literally you turn up and give a fingerprint and a biometric test and your company's made a great business account. Also on top of that, we look after your family. We look after A to Z. We take care of giving you advice on which schools to go when it comes to renewing. So a lot of people open companies with cheap services and they come to me when they're trying to renew because like, I'm stuck now. Yeah. What do I do? And I'm like, I told you. So can't cut corners. It's like you buy a Nissan, okay, and you put a Ferrari kit on top. It's not a Ferrari. It can look like Ferrari. It's not. If you want a Ferrari, you buy the Ferrari. Yeah. And that's what we offer in that kind of quality. So I'm going to push that and keep, evolving that and to networking dinners soon and a place where people who are a part of the who've opened a company with TK Business can sit with other people and network and say where they can go from there and meet people in a different industry. So that's the next step in whatever's meant for me, inshallah, will be. So I'm not stressed. The main thing is try and stay healthy and see my kids grow, become a granddad one day maybe, who knows?
Inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah.
I still have a few questions left before we finish.
Yeah.
So what do you miss actually most about fighting?
It's that, let me tell you one thing, yeah, and I don't want to be crude. The best feeling on earth, every man should experience one, is winning a fight. I don't care if you say it's an orgasm, $1 million. It is the best, apart from having a child, like seeing the birth of your child, it is the best feeling on earth. I don't care if you're with Gigi Hadid or you're having dinner with Mike Tyson. There's no feeling like winning a fight and beating a man up. It's like the oldest form of combat. If you go back to the Spartans, to the old whatever wars and Salahuddin and men's swords in the Colosseum, it's what men do. Take away mobile phones. We're cavemen with mobile phones, aren't we? That's the biggest form. When the caveman came and grabs each other, you fight. And it's just, for me, every man needs to experience once. Whether it's your sparring or boxing or a competition, it's no feeling like. So I miss that buzz. But losing a fight is the worst feeling on earth. And you want to cry like a baby. So it's the risk of that, I think. But it's, again, how your upbringing was. I used to watch Stallone, Arnie, Bruce Lee, Mike Tyson, Ali, like action movies. I always wanted to do that. It was like, that was that era of masculinity. Now it's like you've got these nerds, Spider-Man and Harry Potter. Like when I was younger, it was Mr. T-A-Team, Hulk Hogan. So I wanted to have muscles and go, I want to kick someone's ass. So it depends on the kids, but that's what I miss, that rush and the competition and the training and just stepping in that cage and the kind of like fear, the nerves. Yeah. It's a rush. Yeah. It's its own kind of like, it's a drug.
Yeah. You touched a very interesting point, which is masculinity. And I feel in today's world, it's something that is very missing. And especially for men who are being raised without their dads. Me, in first place, I have my mom. She was there for me. She made sure I always had everything. And I know my dad loves me, but he wasn't there, And growing up, I struggled at the beginning with relationships. Because it was just something I didn't know how to behave. I didn't know how to treat a woman. Of course, respectful, yes, but how to be actually a man. How do you see that aspect in, let's say, today's society, actually?
Look, my mum, both parents are amazing, but my mum's the one who pushed me in sport and made me tough. Mum, it was my mum. Like, I'm my mummy's boy. She'd be like, it's cold. She'd open the windows for ventilation. I'd be like, it's cold. She goes, don't be cold. What do you mean you're cold? Is Mike Tyson cold? I was like, no. Go to the gym, get muscles. Don't be scared of anyone. First day of school, some kid tried to beat me up for being brown. I was in a predominantly white area. And my mum said, hey, don't cry, don't be a pussy. Go to that gym, get muscles, and go and kill him. So, in my upbringing, she made me tough.
Yeah.
Pashtun, it's Afghani background, so it's like we're men, we're strong, never fear no one. So I was raised like that. It's all upbringing. So it's not about man or woman. Like if the parents are good, they're good. Everyone has unfortunate backgrounds, broken marriages, and the parents it's more common than you think. And sometimes people have dads living there, but they're not there.
Yeah.
Or the mum's not there or not responding. Yeah, nowadays you have social media couples, like, God forbid how their kids are going to turn out. All they're worrying about is TikTok. I think, and how to be a man with a woman, I mean, like, is there such a thing? I don't know. Like, nowadays you got guys doing this on TikTok, hugging, being simps and dayuths with a woman. I think that's the worst thing to be. I think women need men. I think a man should be the man and always a man. The softer you are, women don't like that. It doesn't mean be tough on them, but women come to men for a protector, to be like a father figure. The moment he becomes like a feminine kind of guy, we're not talking about strength and muscles and look, we're talking about a man. Women don't care. Like, he doesn't want you to sit there until that dress looks nice. He wants you just to be a listening, earn for him and help it, protector. That's it. And this modern day feminism has tried to kill that and go toxic masculine. There's no such thing as toxic. Let the man be masculine, the woman be feminine. Like the woman has her role, the man has their role. And I think you just have to compromise on that. Let the man, if the woman doesn't want to work, the man should provide. If she wants to work, let her work, but let him be the provider and work as much as he can for her and stuff. That's how society's run for thousands of years. All of a sudden we want to stop that and go, no, no, like the woman can have a penis and the man can give birth. No, what the hell are you talking about? Man is a man, woman's a woman. We have our roles and we have our strengths and weaknesses. The woman's nurturing. She's university. She raises the kids. She's that important value of that nurturing. And the man is the protector, the one who goes out to hunt. So hunt as in work and provide. And if he can't, it's okay. It's normal. Like, I'm not saying not every man's going to have that opportunity where he can earn enough for his family, but I think men have become soft where they cry, they stalk women. Oh, she didn't call me, like, oh, you're like, I really like her. And like, just be a man. Like, don't look in the mirror too much. Like, you can, you're like handsome man. But like with me, I'm like, just wash and go. Like, we become soft and be old school. And I think the more women, I see people in the gym always looking for a man. I can't find a man, Tam. And I hear girls talk because they go, men are not men anymore. And that's what all the women say to me. And the men complain, say all the women are only fans of escorts now. So everyone's losing. Unfortunately, I feel bad for women too, because they see all these girls with Chanel bags and Birkins and on private jets. But I'm like, never sell yourself. I respect a girl who works in Nando's for a salary or works rather than a girl who's just getting gifts. I can't stand that. And don't lose your respect for a man as well for gifts, because for me, it's the same prostitution. Whether you're sleeping or you're getting bought. So women have to also step up and not be so degenerate and be easy on the men, because it's hard for men to find women now. Unless you're making money, they just want money. They don't care about your personality. You could be 3'5", obese, but rich, and she'll be with you over a guy like who's 6'2", muscles like yourself. They don't care. In the old days, it was like you'd have to talk, So society is just disgusting now. Like, I feel bad for my daughters when they get older. Like, how will I find a good husband? Because like my daughters probably beat the guys up, So I don't know. Like, for me, it matters just to being a good man, I don't care what his job will be. Is a good Muslim man who's like respectful, That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
Something which I found so interesting today about this modern day feminism is that they want to be free, they want to be their own boss, but then they rather have their own boss telling them when they can go on holiday, when they can finish work, instead of their husband telling them what to do, because that is controlling, which I think is crazy.
Look, you can be your own boss, a woman. I don't mind that. Like this, like my sister's a strong woman. She's like a lawyer. My kids, I tell them, do what you want, be strong. But, and it's not about telling them what to do. Like, they think being a housewife is a bad thing. Like, oh, he's toxic. He's making a stay at home. No, that every woman who has kids, trust me, that must be the best feeling. Being a father is the best thing. Imagine the mother. She gives birth. There's a connection you can't break as a mother and a kid. You can give the kid all the chocolate he wants, ice cream, gifts. That she's given birth. Their connection is done. You'll never beat that. And it's the greatest gift on earth. So I think it's ancient. All women used to love Disney movies, the princess, the man, the marriage. they've stopped that. They're trying to kill it. And I think they're trying to kill it for a reason. I don't know why they're trying to not kill the household. But to all the women, like, just there's no shame in getting married, having a man look after you, in my opinion. And I think everyone wants that, but all these Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj's are trying to get it out of your head. And Beyonce, all my single ladies. But Beyonce's she's got a husband and kids, so she's just bullshitting you. She goes home to Jay-Z and she lives a family life. So don't fall for the rubbish, you know?
I always say, like, the reason why I want to make money is not because of the car, the watches, or the villa. It's because I want to give my future wife, my future kids, the possibility to stay at home and not having to worry about bills.
Yeah.
That's it.
And look, if she's a good woman, she won't care if you're in a studio in International City or a villa in Palm. A good woman's a good woman. So you need a woman who's humble. If you've got the money, spoil whoever you've got to spoil. But you need a woman who's ride or die. So if you have nothing, she's there. If you have everything, she's there. Not someone who goes, oh, he's lost it, I'm going to go with Anthony Joshua and poke him on Instagram. You know? No, that's the problem. That's what you want. And that's what you want. Someone humble who's just ride or die, you know?
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Someone who, it's not about the money. If it comes, it comes. If it's not, it's not. That's the key. And with a woman needs a man who's not a degenerate, running out drunk, trying to sleep with everyone and have happy endings. Also, the men need to step up as well and be a man, you know? Oh, men have it hard, we have to work. And? Like, I mean, that's your job, mate. I see these guys saying online, I'm a man, I look after my kids. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That's your job. It's not an accomplishment looking after your kid. That is your job. I hope you do. I see Muslims go, you know what? I pray. Wow. That is what we have to do. That's the least, bro. That's the bare minimum. If you don't pray, you're going to, you know what I'm saying? So when I say, why are you proud of it? We have to do that. It's the bare minimum. So that's how bad society's got. Like, I look after my kids. Like, bro, okay, thank you for that. That's why I laugh. It's like, man, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't need a pat on my back. That's what I have to do. Like, oh, no one cares about my feelings. I don't care. Like, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my job.
I got really lucky because my girlfriend actually chose me the moment I had nothing. I just lost my job. I had nothing going for me. And she was still there. She was still there even though I fucked up so many times with her. And that moment really showed me like how much she actually means to me. And since then, I completely changed my life.
Was she the blonde girl I met with you in the lift? Oh no, I'm just joking. Yeah, just let's see. He's sweating now. Oh no, I'm just pissing. I'm taking the piss.
She's Colombian.
She's brunette. Yeah. Okay, I'm just joking. Now he's nervous. See, and she's gonna stay with you, bro. Don't worry, it's a joke.
Nah, baby, it's all good. Nah, jokes aside. I mean, and I feel like also a good woman makes you as a man better and more productive and perform, because my life really changed in the last, I would say, 13 months, and I literally went from barely making enough for myself to being able to provide for both of us. And as a man, you feel so fulfilled when you can give them what they also.
But also, you're 6'2", you're handsome, you're in shape. Like women, like look, if you were 4'3" and overweight. Ask yourself, will a lot of women come even talk to you? No. So you got to understand that some guys don't even have that. So what I'm saying is women should also give men the chance of a good character and not be so pretentious about money and looks and stuff. Look at the size of my nose. If I wasn't muscular, like, would they look at me, So I think it's very important that women humble themselves more and look at their fathers. There's an old meme. And the men also become more manly and just not so emotional, like attached. She's not saying this to me. It doesn't matter. Just do your job. She's there. She's there. Just, like do what you got to be. But at the beginning, I think it's important to start as a man. Start as a man and not be so, like, I'm sorry, like, in my opinion, old school works the best. But don't be a degenerate and like rough and like, ooh, don't be abusive. But just be the man and just do your job, and the woman will always be there if she's a real one.
She will soften up.
I think, but again, women can be bosses and strong too. But I think it's very important to find that partner and try and have kids. And God willing, some people can't have kids, and that's unfortunate. And Allah will find a way. But I think we need to see more marriages. And I think this whole promiscuous lifestyle, it doesn't help anyone. I think it's better to have the old school family environment, and that's what's carried on for centuries and made society now. The more you try and outlaw it, It's going to kill society. And when the home is broken, what do you expect the world going to be like, you know?
This is something I also really talk about on my own social media, is also about loyalty. So yeah, it's something, especially here, I feel it's not very common, loyalty, especially towards your partner.
Yeah, unfortunately, like because of Mark Zuckerberg, it's so easy. Back in the day, you had an argument with a partner, they'll cry in their room, she'll call a friend, listen to Mariah Carey. Now she'll just go on Instagram, post a selfie, and then you've got 6,000 men in her DMs. So it's access. But again, if she's good, she's good. Whatever anyone throws, if a woman's good, she's good, and a guy's good. But we got to blame men. Men have made society stupid. It's the men. It's the men by being desperate. It's the men by trying to buy women. Women are a softer race. So if a man's a degenerate, what do you expect? Men rule the world. So when a man leads by being stupid, they're going to see that and think, okay, why not? If I was a woman, I don't blame them. Like, yo, I'm getting a Birkin bag. I'm flying a private jet because this guy is just obsessed how I look. Fuck it, I'll use him.
It's like OnlyFans. People blame the OnlyFans model, but it's the degenerate men who actually pay.
Yeah. You get what I mean? So it's men who've brought that. Men who invented OnlyFans. It's a man. So you mean, the men are the leaders. If the man's good, strong, the woman will be strong. If the man's I can't even use this word. They're not politically. If a man's a degenerate, the woman will be a degenerate. So you can't always blame women. No, a woman's not going to be born and go, I want to be a whore. Yeah. No woman born. Yeah, they want to be like Cinderella.
Yeah.
That's from a man breaking a heart or influencing or getting into that world. That's it. They're not going to be born, I want to be Mia Khalifa. No one's born to say that. Even she probably wanted to be like Pocahontas at one point. Something leads them to that degeneracy. So you got to blame the man. It always comes from them. You say this is rapid fire questions.
Yes.
You got one answer.
Yes. Dubai, London.
Dubai.
Discipline or motivation?
Discipline.
Fame or respect?
Respect.
Hardest punch, opponent or business competitor?
Opponent.
One thing modern men are missing?
Balls.
One thing the West could learn from Dubai?
Everything.
One thing Dubai could learn from the West?
Nothing.
Cancel culture, real problem or overstated?
It's always been there, in my opinion. Overstated.
So, last question. What would you say to someone who's debating if he should come to Dubai, and how would you recommend him to best go about it?
Firstly, everyone's situation is different. So if you're married, you've got kids there, obviously it's very hard to make the move because you've got a lot of responsibility. If you're a single man or a single lady, make that move. Take that risk, especially if you're struggling or you're not working there. Come out, because this is the place to be. Networking capital of the world. All the most successful people in every industry is here. And it's like Hollywood in the 80s. If you wanted to be a movie star, you'd hitchhike, get a bus, go to Hollywood, sit outside directors' houses or go to castings. Do that in a business sense. Come out here and take advantage, because that bubble is for a few years only. And whoever's a shark takes advantage will be one of that few percent. And I believe anyone can do it. I'm telling you, it's just being in the right place at the right time. Anyone, I've seen the biggest donkeys here make millions, and if they can, anyone can. Believe me, guys who can't even probably read a book, because they're in the right room at the right time. This is a place to be. It's safe. It's got the greatest weather, greatest culture, malls, beaches, restaurants, nightlife, beautiful men, beautiful women. That came across gay, but I mean, saying like everyone's good looking. Safety, no tax. What are you waiting for? I mean. But I understand those who can't take that risk if they've got families and kids in schools there. So look into it. Start looking at places like Ancova, TK Business. Contact these companies. Look into it. Speak to some of the colleagues and ask us questions. And if you don't ask, you don't get, you know. So in my opinion, do that. But it's a no-brainer. And this is the future. And everyone's coming here. You know, it's a great place when the people start talking shit about a city online. That means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
It's when they don't talk, you got to worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So do that. I'm sure that's my opinion. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Believe me.
Well, thank you very much, Tam. Thank you for coming on the show. Pleasure. And I would like to shake your hand, but my hands is so sweaty. It's
disgusting. That's a bit creepy. So I'm not. Leave that to your wifey at home.